Hey there and welcome to another video of Des Illustrates. Today we are gonna take a look at these handmade paints from the shop KMH. This shop is the shop behind the Instagram from Chris. The Instagram is called Chris Monster, and they make these gorgeous handmade paints, and I couldn't resist when the first shop launch was there, so I ordered 8 colors in total. 6 colors are normal pens and 2 colors are chaos pens. Chaos pens are basically where 2 colors are swirled together in a pen, and you saw it quickly in the opening where we saw the pens on themselves, and you get this nice 2 colored pen. We will swatch those two in a second, so we will see how they behave. Right now the first pen that we are swatching is Sacred Earth. This is a color that I fell in love with pretty quickly when I saw the first swatches that Chris made themselves. I just knew I had to get it, so I did. When we swatch it right now, you can see I always first make a really light layer, and then I carefully go in and make it darker, so that we get a nice transition of the color going from dark to light, and that in the end, if I flip through my swatch book, I can see the full potential of the color on its darkest to on its lightest, and also I can basically see a bit if it spreads a lot. But we can see that the pen is really juicy, and I apologize for the shaking there. I hit the holder of the phone, and yeah, that happens every now and then. It's a bit new and I keep hitting it, but most of it I can edit out, luckily. The second pen that we are swatching is Cosmic Rust. Cosmic Rust I also fell in love with really quickly, because what we will also see in this swatch is that it spreads really quickly, and I'm a bit sad that I didn't do the swatch on a card that I already made wet with some just clear water, because the beauty of this paint is not only in the color but also in the way that it just shoots over the paper when it hits wet paint. And it's also really aggressive almost towards other colors, so you will see if you mix it that it will just eat the other colors or shoot right through it, and that is something that I really love to see in colors, because it makes for example in background, or in if you would say you paint the first layer on the fox, it makes a really interesting texture, and that I really love in watercolors. The next color that we are gonna swatch is Gargoyle. This color is a shimmery one. Sacred Earth was also shimmery, by the way, and Cosmic Rust was a matte one. Gargoyle is a really stunning blue. I think I'm gonna repeat myself a lot during this voiceover, because I just think all the colors are gorgeous. The thing that hit me the most about Gargoyle is that it granulates when it's dry. So I see it a little bit right now when I made the really pale layer of the swatch, but when all the layers are in and it's completely dry, I will have some shots of that in the end of the video, but we will see a really nice subtle granulation, and where it basically goes really smoothly into layers where it gets less strong, but also at the same time it gets this really interesting texture. It's hard to describe, but you will see in the dried swatch in the end. It's really, really beautiful. And on top of that, it was also a shimmery blue, so I fell in love with that really quickly. And once again, I just had to get it. I think that's gonna be a red line through this video. The next color is Rachel. This color is also a shimmery blue. The shimmer in this one is a different one than in Gargoyle, because what Chris does is they make a base with just normal pigments in their paints, and on top of that they add shimmers to it, and that makes their paint, gives them more depth, and with that we also can have two colors in the same paint, meaning that the shimmer can have a different color than the base of the paint. And with Rachel we see that the shimmer has a different color than the paint itself, and with Gargoyle the shimmer was a bit of a bluish shimmer on top of the blue paint, so that makes it even more of an interesting paint, and it also makes it easier to paint with. Another thing that I really love about these paints is that Chris is trying to make the packaging and the sending of the paints, but also the making of these paints, as eco-friendly as they can. And recently they switched to eco pens. I don't have any of these yet, so I can show them, but on their Instagram you can already see them. It looks really hopeful in the first testing of them holding together and everything, so that's a really exciting new thing going on. And also something that I really love about their paints is that it comes with the absolutely best service in the world. You can always private message them or message them on Etsy or under a post on Instagram, and they will respond on any of your questions about the paint. So yeah, really lovely person and best service. The next color that we are swatching is Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone is another shimmer, and this one also has some separation going on in it. So if we look at the completely dry swatch that I have in my hand right here, again we will see it in the end of the video, you can see that the purple separates a bit with a red, and on top of that the purple also granulates a bit and it's shimmery, so you understand that I just had to have this color. When I picked all these colors, I had no idea where I would ever use them, especially the shimmering ones, because I don't use them that much in my work yet. I do want to include a bit more of this because I enjoy seeing it a lot, and yeah, I just couldn't resist this one. The next one that we are gonna swatch is Dragon Blood. This color is sadly a limited color because one of the pigments needed for it is no longer available. I believe that was it, but I could be wrong. Anyway, it's limited, so when it was in the shop and I already fell in love with also this color, and no, I didn't get every color in the shop, but I was tempted. But yeah, when I heard it was limited, I really had to get it because yeah, it's limited. swatch it, you will see why. The first bit of the swatch where it's more tint out, we can see that it has this pinkish reddish undertone, and the shimmer that is in it is purple, and that two layered color separates really pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what it is about this particular one, but it just it's a really attractive color to me. I think of this first batch that Dragon Blood might be my favorite, although Gargoyle and Cosmic Rush are closely behind it. But yeah, Dragon Blood just has something that is really attractive to me. I have the swatch card in my hand right now, and I'm looking at it changing in the light when it shimmers, and it just I really need to use this in a painting. Maybe I can use it in a butterfly painting or something, but I really have to use it. Anyway, now we're still swatching this color. You can see that even if I pack it on more thickly, that it still has this pinkish reddish tone. And we don't really see the purple yet, but when this swatch dries, that's when you will see the purple. So we will have to wait to the finishing shots for seeing the true beauty of this color. The next color that I am swatching is one of the two Gales pens that I got. This one is containing Twilight and Cosmic Rust, and I know I have those two colors also in a single pen and that I can mix them myself, but I just really liked the idea of Gales pens and I loved how they looked, so I couldn't resist and I bought two of them. This one, what I like the most about having this combination in a pen, next to that it will change a bit over time. So right now on top there is more of Twilight in the pen, but if you go deeper in the pen, then it can be that there is more of Cosmic Rust, so the color will change. But having Cosmic Rust in there makes this paint a tiny bit more aggressive than Twilight Zone on itself is, because Cosmic Rust has that property, like I told before. And also the red undertone that already is in Twilight comes a bit more towards to the front. So I really like that. And also if I want, I can already add a bit more of Cosmic Rust to this mix on paper if I wish to, but I just also really like the surprise of painting with this pen and that it's gonna change over time. The other Gales pen that I got was Rigel with Cosmic Rust, and we can really see the property of Cosmic Rust in this pen, because Cosmic Rust completely took over Rigel, and it's more of a shimmery Cosmic Rust than that we see anything of Rigel. But when this paint dries, and then again we have to wait till the final swatches, but when this dries we can see where Rigel changed the color most, and that is not in the shimmering property of that the paint gets, because Rigel is shimmering and Cosmic Rust is not, but it is the fact that it gets this granulation in the paint that Cosmic Rust doesn't have and Rigel does have. It's not as pronounced as in Gargoyle, but Rigel has it too, and you can see that back in this Gales pen. and that's why, even though the color looks similar to Cosmic Rust on its own, I do think this is a really nice addition to my palette of these paints. And I also think that the paint might change color over time, because Rigel might be more in the bottom than Cosmic Rust, so it might change a bit over time. And I love to have that surprise in a pen, and I therefore love the scales pens. So yeah, looking forward to seeing this pen evolve over time. That were all the colors that I got. In total, 7 of them were shimmering and 1 of them was matte. This includes the 2 chaos pens that I got, because those 2 were also shimmering. And we now see some of the close-ups. You can see here we go from the mix to the Cosmic Rust itself, and you already saw right there that this one is much smoother than the one in the Chaos pen, and that is what Rigel does. Here we see Dragon Blood, where you see the beautiful purple granulation of the shimmer, and here you can also see why I fell in love with it so much. It's just an absolutely gorgeous color. Then next we have Sacred Earth. This color is also a shimmery one, and you can also see this slight granulation. The next color is Rigel, and here in the swatch we can even see more of that granulation that we already saw a little bit in Sacred Earth. And here we can also see that it shimmers. Gargoyle, the granulation intensifies even more, and I absolutely love this. Purple granulates really pretty. And then we have the last one, that is another Chaos pen of that color together with Cosmic Rust, and you can see what I was talking about, that it is slightly more red. I think by now it's no secret that I absolutely love these paints. I love how they look, I love how they dry on the paper, the granulation that some of them have, and how aggressive Cosmic Rust is. I just love everything about these paints, and I definitely recommend them. As we could also see, they re-wet really easily, even the shimmery ones. Most of them were shimmery, but there was no difference in how easily that one re-wet with the Cosmic Rust that was matte, so that's really impressive. And yeah, I would love to know what your favorite one was. Mine is still Dragon's Blood, I think, even though I have a few more by now. Yeah, so more videos coming. I hope you loved watching this, and that you love the paints just as much as I do. I will leave all the links in the comments so you can check their shop out. And yeah, if you liked it, subscribe, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Bye!